dream theater transition where we're going to use the contents of your psychology and get that on stage. So in a moment, I'll be calling for a volunteer to share about what your reoccurring dreams are. If you have a reoccurring dream that you want to better understand, let my healers and teachers, in a very comedic way, tell you what it's all about. So, can I have a volunteer who wants to tell me about a reoccurring dream they want to understand on stage?
Right there.
Okay.
In the back?
Yes. I can't see anything.
Okay, someone in the back right there.
All right, good. A little bit of a house light here. Where are you? There you are. Come on up. And so,
come on up.
The edge. Hi, welcome. What's your name? Claire. Okay, have a seat. All right, let's hear it for Claire. Thank you. Old woman, excellent. Tell me, your dream.
This dream is actually, it was a recurring dream. It was also the first dream I remember having, so I was very young. I was like 5 years old. And usually recurring dreams, they happen like you have it, and then the next day you also have it. This was a nightmare, and it woke me up. And then I would go back into it, and I would have the exact same dream, except every time I went back into it, I got a little bit further, like I learned a lesson.
And what happened in the dream?
What happened in it is I was in the board game Candyland, and I was over and it wasn't a happy Candyland like I thought it was, like I usually remember when you play it. Each the character, like, there's different sections in Candyland, and one is the licorice vampire and the licorice forest, and the lollipop princess in the lollipop land, and Miss Peanut Brittle in her Peanut Brittle house. And the licorice vampire was spooky. He was scary. He was like standing out there, and I ran past him because he was freaking me out. And then Lollipop Princess was gone. And Miss Nut Brittle lured me into her house all Hansel and Gretel style, and I didn't like that. I'm pretty sure she was trying to molest me, which is not okay. So I bolted out there. And I got to the ice cream palace at the end, and that's where Lollipop Princess was, and we were having a tea party, and it was really cool. But
so it was a nightmare up until the end with the Lollipop Princess tea party.
Oh, I haven't gotten the nightmare part.
Okay.
It was getting late. And I said I had to go. And she said, okay, use the back door. There's other tiles there. I didn't know that. There's no back tiles after the ice cream palace on the board game. So I opened the door, and it's very dark and spooky. And I'm going through there. And then there's a trap door on one of the tiles, and I fall through, and the crazy horse character from Ren and Stimpy's down there, and he grabs me and chops my fingers off. And I wake up, and I freak out. But then I go back down into my dream after running to my mother. And then I go through the whole thing, and then through the trap door, and then he tries to chop my fingers off, but I jump back, but he still gets me and chops my fingers off again. This time I go through, I jump back, his security guards grab me, but he doesn't cut my fingers off. And then I go through this 5th grader monologue on, why are you cutting my fingers off? And then you shouldn't do that, and that's not okay. And he says, because people are touching my stuff. I don't want people to touch my stuff. And before I can console him any further why that was wrong,
right.
I fall through another trapdoor, and I'm on this planet of a soccer field. It's a soccer field planet.
Right.
And it's full of goals, and we're all in uniform, other kids just like me, kicking goals. And there's this huge Russian lady, and she's berating me, telling me to work, to kick harder, to kick faster, and I'm trying to ask her why I'm even there.
Okay, so it is. And so let me ask you, why do you think you were there? What do you think your subconscious was trying to tell you, in essence? What's the message of the dream?
Don't touch people's stuff.
So, are you willing to see this, a dramatic interpretation of this dream?
I would love to.
Excellent. Stand up for me. I'm going to place your seat right here, and I'm going to have you, face the stage. And we are now empowering our performers to reveal to you the truth of a dream we call Don't Touch My Stuff.
right here.
No!
Oh, shit.
Licorice vampire!
I'm going to pretend that you're not here, and I'm going to
Have some peanut brittle.
I'm the lollipop princess. See you later.
No, I don't want to touch your stuff.
I love the ice cream palace!
Don't let the ice cream melt. Don't let the ice cream melt. Don't touch my ice cream.
Don't touch my ice cream!
I need more fingers for my finger skirt. Fingers? Bring me that child. I need more fingers.
She's gonna have tea with me. Come and have tea in the ice cream.
Lure her in. That's right. Come closer to the trap door, dearie. Dearie.
Don't do it. She's gonna molest you. I know. See, look. She's gonna molest you.
I need more fingers before I can molest anybody. I can't touch with just
Don't molest her. I'm gonna stand up for her.
Well, who are you?
Well, I am the man with 10 fingers.
10 fat, juicy fingers.
Yes. So I can hypnotize you.
Oh, no, that won't do.
Cut off my whole hand. That was not part of the deal.
Don't touch anyone with those fingers anymore. I have them.
You have my fingers. These are my fingers.
Yes, of course, Queen. Of course, Queen.
Ah! Look at these fingers!
No! Don't touch my fingers!
Take them off! Take them off!
Okay, take them off. Whoa.
Yes.
Good boys have fingers. Good boys have fingers.
I knew there'd be a reward if I just gave in.
Oh, just touch my stuff.
Oh, my.
Wonderful.
Good. So did you get any insights about your psyche now?
I think I did.
We're going to move into obsessions. So I want to ask you, on what do you find your mind looping, spinning, like fixated on? Who wants to volunteer to share their obsession? Good. I see a hand over there. Come on down. Everybody, this is Juan. Tell us what you obsess on.
I'm obsessing that this is the only moment that exists. And we're right here, right now. And this is it. There's nothing else that's just this moment. So I'm obsessed on that. I'm just like, actually, it's more as my brain gets more and more alert of that.
Yeah. Powerful. So in the awareness that this is all we have, how does that show up for you, like as a either distraction, or how does that fixation affect the rest of your life?
Sure. What I'm trying to do now is like create a life and create a light at every single moment that I exist, in every single moment I have. And since then, I've been feeling very liberated, kind of like free from all this sadness and the craziness that go around me, the darkness or the distraction that you call it. And then since then, I'm starting to feel like elevated a little bit, and kind of like living in another dimension almost.
So it sounds like there's a expanded awareness that's giving you a dimensionality. What was it like before the obsession? So how was life?
Before the obsession, the life was the same exact life, but
And give us a sense. What's your life like?
okay.
What's your profession?
So, sure. I was born in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, and then I went to childhood there, and then when I was 27, I moved to the United States. And I was a professional dancer in Argentina. I danced with great stars of Argentina, and also here too.
Yeah.
So I danced in a lot of places. Jay Leno was there, and all these things like that. So it was great. So, but I decided I want to do something a little bit different. So I have 3 girls. So I decided to be a nurse, and it just felt like my creation and my creativity kind of like slow down and diminish.
Sure. Yeah. So here, so you started your profession as a nurse, and then at what point did you have the awakening and really start fixating on the moment?
I would say it's craziness. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So
actually, no, we don't
actually,
want to know.
actually, it was this way. Lisa and I, my girlfriend and I, went to Esalen.
Who's been to Esalen?
So I was able to, in that moment, we were there, look at the ocean. I was able to let go this feeling that I felt like I killed a man. So just like with my thoughts, just actually killing him, but thinking is that I want for you to die, for you to die, I want for you to die. So I thought so powerful about that. I thought so much about that. I actually killed him. So that's what I felt.
Yeah.
So at Esalen, I was able to let that go, and from that moment, I look at the sky and say like, please forgive me. Because my power, my brain is so powerful that just killed you.
Beautiful.
So
Wow.
I could let that go.
Great. So what Juan is talking about is an awakening that happened when he let go of a former obsession, which is this obsession of this upset that was so intense that you felt you could actually, kill someone with your thought. And then when you let that go at Esalen, you became really present to this power of now practice that you're
Exactly.
in. Beautiful. Are you willing to see us give you a reflection
Sure,
on
of
that?
course.
All right,
I love
let's
that.
put your seat right up here in the corner. And we are going to take a moment to get inspired by Juan's awakening. And let's call, what I'm going to ask for is one word from the audience to start this off.
Broccoli.
Pizza.
We're going to start this off. We're going to have broccoli somewhere in the scene. And deep breath.
See, Todd, here's why I called you in. I have a confession for you.
Do I want to hear this?
Well, maybe not, but here's the thing, is it's really important. I was hanging out naked on this cliff. That's a whole other story. And what's going on with me is I recognized I wanted to fucking kill you. Like, all the time. No, like, honestly, like, I was slaying you in my head, like all the fucking time. Like that. Yeah. It was horrible. Machine gun, flamethrowers, and then a fucking dude would just hit you. Oh. And then I would piss on you. No, it's true. It was really bad. And then, basically, I would just kick you while you were down. And then take your girlfriend. So Todd, I just need to let you know, I'm really sorry about that.
It really sucks, dude.
I know. Anyway, but that's not why I called you in. You can have that conversation with her later. Thanks, sugar tits. What I really wanted to let you know is I'm fucking enlightened now. I'm a Buddha.
I think I'm having chest pains. I need a nurse. Is there a nurse?
Of course there is. Right here. Anyway, what I'm really clear about now is how awesome this moment is and how much I love you. No, I really love you. And just letting it expand into the universe because I'm fucking enlightened now. Because I was naked on the... Well, you got that.
Yeah, well, I think you should get into the future. I think this present is kind of... It's a throwback to your past.
Oh, yeah, yes. But see, the thing is that the future is an illusion. So is the past. That's because I'm fucking enlightened and I understand this. It's like time is on your side. And so basically what I want to let you know is my anger and hatred towards you is gone, which means you are now free of the past, which means your future is also free. So just be here now with me, man. I fucking love you. Not like that, but I do love you. Kind of like that, but not like... Yes, I love you.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm okay with that.
Oh, you know what? I'm fucking enlightened, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Great looking at this moment through the microscope. Look at this moment through the microscope. Oh, fuck yeah. We had a really great moment, didn't we? Right now we are. And now. And now. How about right now? Right now. Right now. Right now. This moment.
Yeah, I'm fucking pretty obsessed with my life. So I'm pretty obsessed with this moment, and I know I said a lot of things, but I don't give a crap anymore because I'm just right here, right now. See? Does that make sense to you at all?
It just sounds like you're too good to be true, dude.
And team.
It was amazing. I just saw myself right there.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom.
Okay, so we have time for another obsession. Who wants to share with us on what do you burn? On what does your mind turn? Good. So I think that's a Julie Condor.
I love you, Julie. I'm cheering for you.
If I knew I was moving furniture, I wouldn't have worn an evening gown. So thank you for coming up, Julie.
Why don't you just tell them what I obsessed?
So what I'm curious, this actually happened to us a lot in the journey that we went on, okay? So we would often say, well, like I obsess on Facebook. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm on there a lot. So we had to go deeper and say, besides Facebook, what do you obsess on? Because there's the obsessions that are conscious, and then there's the obsessions that are a little bit less conscious that you're still running. So we all know that Julie obsesses on whales. She's a marine biologist and loves our marine friends. And so I'm curious if you're willing to share with us something other than the obvious that you obsess on.
Dolphins.
So tell us about your dolphin obsession.
I love dolphins. They're in a pod, and they just the way that they work together, they're sexual. Like they don't have fights or long-term arguments or he said, she said. It's like, oh hey, like that's how they build community. That's how they resolve conflict. That's how they stay together.
So tell me when you first started obsessing.
Well, animals in general, probably when I was 4 or 5.
And dolphins in particular.
Whales and dolphins, probably maybe 12 years old.
At 12, okay. Give me a sense of how your normal everyday life. Like what's your profession? What's your hobby?
Marine biologist, photographer. Usually when I'm working, I go out to sea on ships, or I'm doing research, or litigation, or mitigation, or
Great.
ecotourism.
And how do you think, without this obsession, how do you think your life would be?
Oh gosh. I'd probably like birds more.
I'm going to pull from left field and ask you when you go, like something you would buy at a shopping mall. Not animal related.
A poster of Kirk Cameron.
Thank you.
I love So's at mall.
So, go ahead and stand up for me. We're going to give you that special seat as we're going to give her the special seat, and we're going to add one detail from the audience. If you'll give me
Spanking. Dildo.
Yes. If you'll give me a location, please.
Fabulous.
So I heard Thailand the loudest. We're going to see. We're going to learn about dolphins. In the Thailand, it has Thailand, and somehow Kirk Cameron make an appearance. But let's see the deep terrain, and I'm going to pull Roxanne into the A-list on this. So if you'll step on over there. We are going to call this one the pod.
Oh, welcome to the pod! Oh, we love you long time. Come sit there. You want to see? Come see, we have Dolphin Show. Dolphin Show, yeah. Dolphin Show. Horrible.
Why have you tied me up in Thailand and watch what you've done with these dolphins? You bastardized them!
Oh, don't close eyes. Open your eyes.
No!
Let me put...
Was that a ping pong ball?
That was ping pong ball. They shoot them from blowhole.
Why? I hate this! This is killing me.
What the? Oh, you like dolphin, no?
I want them to be free and untie me!
Oh, I think you look good tied up.
Let's see them in their natural habitat, please.
Oh, you are.
I am Dolphin Man. Ma'am, there you go. You are free.
Oh, you free my customer. You pay me 500 baht.
That's like $1, sir. Here you go. You're trying to keep customers captive for $1? Interesting. Even more, sir, what I'm here to do is to tell you more about why us dolphins are so amazing.
You like to work in my show?
Does it pay scale? Not fucking baht. In American dollar.
American dollar.
Never mind.
Hey, my hot lesbian girlfriend. I think I saw Kirk Cameron in the background. Should we go find him? I normally don't like men, but he's a born-again Christian now, but we could probably try to convert him. Maybe we can convert him to being a lesbian. Yeah. Let's go find him.
It's very interesting clientele you have here at your stadium. I was going to say that the dolphins are pod creatures. We gather together and we have sex. We have feelings. Do you understand this?
Of course. Look, we have dolphins too.
Yes. Watch.
Step right up. Get your see your show. Get your piano show.
That was delicious.
Thank you, Julia. Okay.
I need some fingers. I like cutting out these dolphins. I see fingers all over the floor, though. I'm going to feed fingers to the dolphin.
I am gathering these fingers because I'm enlightened and I'm going to fix everyone who lost their fingers with the restorative power of now.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Is this are these fingers yours?
Yes.
That's a little suspicious. You know, I'm from the police department. My name is Detective Frong.
Yes, Detective Frog.
Yes. Where did these fingers come from? Why are they here?
My fucking hands.
So was this, did you do this yourself?
It was a licorice vampire with scissors. You're the crappiest cop ever. Why don't you go arrest that
I want to feed you ice cream.
Excuse me.
I can see you have murderous thoughts in your mind, and I want you to be present with the taste of this ice cream.
I'm lactose intolerant, ma'am.
It's free!
You know what goes really good? Ice cream. Some goddamn peanut brittle.
I would love to have
Peanut allergies!
Tastes like broccoli.
Thank you, you've been wonderful. Let's hear it for the Tantra team. Into Q&A. If you feel like you're full and you have enough to chew on, then make your exit. And if you're wanting to join us in the